the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all who oppressed you, and drove them out before you, and gave you their land. Also I said to you, I am the Lord your God. Do not fear the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell, but you have not obeyed my voice. No.
Okay, hi. So, we are going to talk about Mormonism. I'm mostly responding to that show called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I only watched the first episode. I don't even think I finished it because it was annoying me. But it just got me thinking a lot about Mormonism in general. And yeah, this is more of a response to that show, that episode. However, I've had my own personal experiences with Mormons. I may or may not talk about that. I'm not gonna name any names, okay? Chill out. Actually, I will name one name, and that's Brandon Flowers, but that's later. So, started watching this show because a bunch of people are parodying it, and I was like, I was like, hold on, this is a real show, because I saw more than one parody of it, and I was like, you guys are for real. I thought someone just made that up and was like, haha, isn't this funny? Like, it's a play on those Basketball Wives, whatever the fuck, reality shows. But I was like, but then I saw that more than one person parodied it, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a real show. I found it, and I watched it, and I realized that I had actually seen one of their TikToks, like, and I didn't even see the full thing, you guys. I don't fucking have TikTok. I had seen one of their videos like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. But when I saw their video, I didn't think they were Mormon, actually, because they were not dressed Mormon at all. They were wearing all kinds of shit that is not allowed for Mormon women to wear. So I was like, okay, that's weird, and I didn't really think anything of it. I was just like, hey, that's kind of stupid, but I'm not really surprised, because tons of people get up to that kind of bull. The video was a bunch of very conventionally attractive women doing a TikTok dance. You know, the ones where they're all in a line, and they're kind of doing the same moves while they're waiting in line, and then they all take turns being closest to the phone and do their own move, and they just do that. So it's literally nothing impressive, and this is the kind of bull that middle schoolers are getting up to. I want to remind everyone here that TikTok is the demographic for the most used of TikTok, as far as I understand it, is children. Okay? So these TikTok dances aren't impressive to me. Obviously, there are people with more intelligent TikTok's accounts, but this one did not strike me as such at all. I also thought they were lying because they weren't fucking dressed Mormon. I know all of the Mormon dress codes, you guys, okay? My best friend growing up was Mormon, and I also just was interested in it because I experienced it before. I was not fucking raised Mormon, I can tell you that much. So women are not allowed to show their shoulders. Women are not allowed to wear tank tops. Women are only allowed to wear short sleeve shirts. At that. They're not allowed to wear anything that goes more than one hand above the knee. I think one hand above the knee is like even considered a little bit risque with like real actual practicing Mormons. So generally they wear something that is at the knee, cuts ends at the knee or below. And when I go into Mormon country, you guys, I'm serious about this. I do not violate Mormon dress codes because I don't want to look like a foreigner. Okay? I'm serious. I know that's weird, but like, it's just a thing that I do. Okay? Anyway, Mormon country is in Utah, by the way. There are some other ones, but like, that's the most prevalent one. I was watching this show, and it's these women who are like, I forget what they call themselves. They call themselves something. There's some kind of name for their fucking group. They're like, Mom Talk. They call themselves Mom Talk. I would like for one of them, or all of them, to explain to me how doing a TikTok dance and going viral for it is having to do with mothering, but I digress. Yeah, so none of these women were dressed quote-unquote Mormon. So, violation number one. Second of all, I think I only watched like 2/3 of this episode, maybe half of it, but I saw enough, fam. I saw enough to know what the fuck is going on in this bullshit bubble that they've made for themselves. I have a problem with Mormonism. Okay? I do. And I can't get behind it. Obviously, people are going to do what they want to do. I can't stop them. I've actually been approached by Mormons multiple times. We'll have a chat. I love to have chats with people that I disagree with. I will press them on their beliefs. I will ask them the origins of their shit. Sometimes I know more about the origins of their religion than they do. I will point out the fact that Joseph Smith was a pedophile because he was. He married a 14-year-old girl, and I don't give a fuck if it was in 1846 or whatever the fuck. I don't care. I do not care. That was actually the reason that he made polygamy, was because he wanted to be with a 14-year-old, and he was like, if the Lord thought it was like, this is a general like, I'm not saying it correctly, I forget the word for it. This is a paraphrase, but he said something to this effect. If it was wrong for me to be with this 14-year-old, then the Lord wouldn't make me feel so good while I'm with her. That's the founder of the religion, okay? And I have a problem with that, amazingly. Yeah, I do. So anyway, okay, the women in the show, the first episode focused a lot on two specific women. One was named Whitney, and I don't remember the other one's name, but the other one was divorced, and she had kids. I can't remember if she had a kid when she was a teenager, but one of them had a kid as a teenager. And this one, so she had kids, was divorced, she was getting with a new guy, and then she told her mother, she was like, oh, he had made me pregnant, whoops. And the mom was like, are you kidding me? Like, she was really mad, understandably so. And then this woman told the Mom Talk friends that she may have been pregnant. And, like, I'm just gonna go here, okay? And I don't care. Given how obsessed Mormons are with breeding, they should really know a lot about pregnancy and childbirth, but they don't. Because this woman said that she was at high risk for an ectopic pregnancy, and one of the fucking women who had had 2 kids herself said, what's that? And then, of course, the woman who had said that explained it incorrectly. Which this makes me facepalm all day, every day, and this is bullshit that Mormons get up to, and women in general get up to, like, constantly. Here's the thing. Okay, upon further reflection, I actually don't think that this behavior is especially unsurprising or rare for Mormons, because it is in fact really popular for them to feign ignorance or be ignorant about things. So the fact that this woman was like, what's an ectopic pregnancy? Isn't surprising, but it's still very disappointing. Anyway. Mormons are fake. Mormons love being fake. It's a big part of their religion to be fake. I said it and I meant invented. However, that's not unique to Mormons. A lot of Americans are fake. A lot of our culture, a lot of American culture is being fake. Okay? And yeah, Mormons are fake sometimes, frequently, but so are other people. Okay? I just don't understand how you can follow a religion like Mormonism and be okay with it. Like, they have so many stupid ass fucking rules, like the clothing rules, for example, that I said earlier. Those are fucking stupid, and the men don't have to follow those rules. I'm pretty sure the men can wear tank tops should they want to. Pretty sure men can. I don't know if they can wear anything above the knee, but it doesn't matter. They're not required to cover themselves as much as women are, which is like a red flag. A few years ago, maybe not a few years ago, maybe this is a while ago, within the last 15 years, the Mormon prophets said that women can't wear patterned tights or leggings. They have to wear solid colors. That is so because if they wear patterned tights or leggings, like that's an eye trap. You can't wear that. Anyway, the women on this show, they care a lot about their appearance, which I don't think is inherently bad. But I'm a little bit confused here because if they're so like into being Mormon and Mormonism is like part of their identity, why are they wearing not Mormon clothing? A lot of people get really into really basic religious rules because they feel like it gives them culture and guidance. Anyway, here's another really fucking stupid Mormon rule. Sorry, I just saw a dead coyote. No way, it's because I don't want to wait. What the really stupid Mormon rule is: you can't drink coffee or tea with caffeine, but you can drink soda. Soda's okay. You drink soda with caffeine. That is absurd. Y'all heard me, I'll say it again, that's absurd. Okay? You're like, soda is a really big deal in Utah, and they have all these like soda places that you can go to. I kind of want to go, honestly, because I've never been. It sounds interesting, but it's like a huge part of their culture. And they have like, a lot of them do like wedding pictures with them holding soda cups from popular soda places. Anyway, you also can't drink. You cannot drink, you cannot smoke, you cannot do recreational drugs. However, everyone's always going to find the loophole. They will, in fact, find the loopholes. And because they can't do drugs or drink, at one point, Utah had the worst pills problem out of any state. Because that's the loophole. You can't do drugs. You can't do mushrooms. You can't do acid. You can't do weed. You can't do ecstasy. But you can do prescription drug pills. Yeah, that's chill. That's the loophole. I'm going to say something that y'all are probably going to be surprised that I'm going to say. And I'm actually happy that I watched that Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives show because it made me have this realization. I think it's actually good to do drugs on a small scale. I think it's actually good to get drunk as a young person with your friends or whatever. You know, not to a scary level, not to an addicted level, not to the point of it being a problem. But drunk words speak sober thoughts. Getting drunk for whatever reasons can actually make you realize something that you wouldn't have realized had you never drank, had you never never done some kind of mind-altering substance. And it's the same with weed. Weed does the same thing. Weed makes you think really crazy, out there thoughts, but sometimes you might have a really important thought that you wouldn't have had you not smoked weed or consumed weed. Like, if you get drunk, and maybe it gets to the point of it sort of being a problem, maybe you're going to analyze your behavior and say, you know, why do I get drunk all the time? Or why am I getting drunk at this point? You know, maybe I'm not happy in my life. Maybe I hate my job. Maybe it's because I was with that one person. Maybe I'm actually, come to think of it, I'm always with that person when I get drunk. Maybe that person's a bad influence on me. Maybe I should be doing more of whatever in my life. And yeah, alcohol can help you realize that, for real. And same with weed. Weed can absolutely help you realize that, too. Any kind of recreational drug can, in fact, help you realize that kind of thing. And even if it doesn't, you know, maybe you're really tired after you've done a freaking some kind of drug. Maybe you're recovering. You guys, I honestly, this is a fact about me, okay? I'm serious. I have bought alcohol from a store. I'm 34, by the way. I have bought alcohol from a store, like a liquor store or a grocery store, about 5 times in my entire life, maybe 4. One time was when I was buying alcohol for someone I knew that was underage. Yeah, I did that. I said it. Another time was another time was when I was 21. Like, I went out and bought alcohol at midnight the day of my birthday because I could, you know, because it's whatever the fuck. One time my friend asked me to bring Bailey's Irish Cream because she was gonna make like eggnog drinks or something, and I was like, sure, I'll bring it. Another time, you guys, the 4th fucking time I bought alcohol 4 times in my entire life. The 4th time I bought alcohol was during COVID lockdowns. Okay? that tells you a lot. Alright? And actually, that time I shouldn't have bought it because I wasn't just unhappy because of COVID lockdowns. I wasn't happy because I was in a bad relationship. It was both the things. It was a double whammy. But anyway, my point is exactly what I just said, which is, you know, I don't like alcohol. I don't like drinking. I have drank. I have gone to bars and drank before in my life. A few times, also, honestly, less than 10 times. I don't like it. It makes me feel disgusting. And I hate being that impaired. I hate it. These people who are Mormon, right? Because the gals on their show, Secret Wives of Mormon Lives, they don't drink. They're so moral that they don't drink. They're so moral that they don't smoke. They're so moral that the only drugs they do are pills. Prescription pills. You're gonna get to a point where you obtain them illegally. Those are often street drugs. Those are often illicit drugs. You have to have a prescription to get most prescription drugs. And if you don't have a prescription, you're going to have to get it illegally. But I guess that's okay, because it's not the other types of drugs. Just like it's not coffee or tea. It's soda. What bothers me a lot about Mormonism is that these people claim so and saintly, or whatever the fuck. They don't say they're saintly. That's not something that Mormons believe in. They don't believe in saints. They're just... Have you ever noticed that people who claim to be the most moral are often the most morally corrupt? Case in point, Mormons. A lot of the Mormon folk I've known came from really messed up situations. And I think that's actually what people find so attractive about the church, about the Mormon church, is they come from these really fucked up situations, really, really rough backgrounds, and then the church is promising all this, you know, morally great stuff, whatever. And that's really attractive to them because they want that in their life. They want these, you know, high morals and virtues in their life. But Mormonism does not necessarily provide that. I saw a video of a guy interviewing people at BYU, which is Brigham Young University, which is a Mormon hub, place where a lot of Mormons go. And, oh my gosh, I didn't even say this yet. Mormons aren't allowed to watch R-rated movies. Insert thumb in mouth. That is the most fucking stupid shit ever. Are you kidding me? They want people to remain infantilized. That's a big fucking thing they do, is infantilize their children, infantilize their women. It makes me mad. There was actually, I saw a documentary about this, and my friend, I knew someone who she wasn't Mormon, but her parents were like kind of oppressively conservative, and she said that she had rented movies from this chain. This was back when you would rent movies, you guys, called Clean Screen, where they would edit movies to not have any quote-unquote objectionable scenes in them. So they would edit the nudity, they would edit the swearing, anything that was quote-unquote objectionable, they would edit it out. And I heard of this, I also saw a documentary on it like years ago, but as soon as I heard of this, I was like, that's illegal! It says right the fuck on the movie, right the fuck before the movie starts, copyrighted for, like, warning, do not mess with this. If you mess with this and sell it, that's copyright infringement and you will be in trouble. I'm pretty sure that was a Mormon organization. They got away with it for a while, until they found out about it. You know, shocker. You cannot edit a movie and then rent it out for profit. Duh! It says right the fuck on the movie. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, okay. I saw this video of someone interviewing students at BYU. And this guy said, would you rather watch an R-rated movie or kill a puppy? And these people actually said, with their own mouths, on camera, kill a puppy. I literally I am on a trip right the fuck now. I drove from Portland to Arizona to get puppies I'm responsible for because my dog is the mother. Okay? Not Check. Check is a male, but my dog that someone else is holding on to right now for me because I couldn't keep her, she's the mother. Okay? So I have 2 puppies. One of them already got a home, thankfully. I have 2 puppies that are getting new homes, and there's nothing you could ever do to me to make me kill a puppy. Ever. And I'm so disgusted that someone would say, oh yeah, I'd rather kill a puppy. You would rather kill a puppy than watch an R-rated movie? I think you need a slap across the face. Maybe a punch in the mouth will knock your fucking teeth out. How dare you? out, because if you say the word fuck one time in a movie, it's rated R. Which is dumb, but it's like, I just think it's stupid. I really do. And I can't get behind Mormonism. Okay, I can't. Like I said, people are gonna do what they want to do. The moms on Mom Talk are, okay, I didn't even tell, let me get into it more, you guys. I got nothing but time right now. So, the reason these women were so popular was, first of all, their video with them doing a middle school level TikTok dance got millions of views, and I think multiple videos like that, and I think that different women all had like the same video basically, so they all had, in this like mom group, they all had millions of views amongst them. So what happened was, puppies are asleep, they're so cute. What happened was, one of them then made a video saying that she and all the moms in Mom Talk in the group and the husbands were actually swingers, and that they all had like hooked up with each other's husbands, and the husbands had hooked up with each other's wives, and like they were all swingers, and like a bunch of the women are claiming that that's not true, but like, first of all, I fucking believe it. Because maybe if you just had a goddamn beer, you dumb bitch, you wouldn't have hooked up with your friend's husband? I believe that they did that, honestly. And even if it wasn't all of the moms, I think it was some of the moms that did that. Because you get bored. You're gonna get creative eventually with your life if you can't do drugs, you can't do alcohol, you can't make your life interesting. You're gonna make it interesting. And you know what? Even if she lied about that, even if that's absolutely not true, she was compelled to lie about that on TikTok, problem? That's very strange. I don't know why you would say that. But that's the thing, though, is I don't know why you would say that if it wasn't in fact true. I mean, she did want more, like, views, so there's that. I thought Whitney's husband was gay. I wasn't watching this episode carefully, okay, at all, but, like, I saw her sitting with him, and I was like, wait, is that her husband? Because he looked 100% gay to me, which is fine, it's not a problem, but it might be a problem if you're legally married to a woman. He also, like, he was on Tinder, like, people found out that he was on Tinder, even though he was married. And he also had a porn addiction, which I'll also rank #1 for pornography addiction at one point. But Mormons are so moral and pure, right? Again, that's another loophole. I bet the prophet says they can't watch pornography. I bet it's not allowed. Have you guys watched any stuff about the LDS fundamental Latter-day Saints, the polygamists? The women all have this accent. The prophet says they have a really interesting accent that's very different from normal speaking voices, in my opinion. That's very strange. It's so strange, you guys. That's another thing. Is that Mormonism is inherently linked to polygamy. I'm sorry. Mainstream Mormonism Latter-day Saints, they swear up and down they have no affiliation with polygamy. They're not okay with polygamy. They haven't been okay with polygamy for a long time. Mormons, real Mormons in their eyes, real Latter-day Saints, real LDS people aren't polygamists, da-da-da. The fact of the matter is, actually, they do have connections to that. Sorry. They are, in fact, connected to the FLDS because the FLDS is a branch off of LDS. Sorry. Listen, I love Brandon Flowers. He is the lead singer of The Killers, which is my favorite band, okay? And it has been since I was 14, alright? I love them. I think he's the only member that's Mormon, actually. You can hear the church. You can hear the, hymn inspiration in his songs. I think he is phenomenal. I think he's really great. And he's at his work. I love his work, okay? And he's a devout Mormon. Right? I respect a lot of people who are Mormon. You know, I'm not gonna, say fuck you to Mormons. Actually, I kind of did one time because the Mormons came into my place unannounced and I was pretty mad. Don't fucking come. I didn't even ask them I asked them to come one time because they were entertaining to me. I was like, come on over. And then they showed up another time unannounced. And I was like, get away from me. I did not ask you to come here. Go away. I didn't say it so nicely though, but I don't care. Okay? Don't fucking show up to my house without asking me and expecting to just hang out. Especially if you're Mormon. I'm not going to get into it because, first of all, I don't even fully remember, but I knew someone who was former Mormon, and she was telling me about how you have to become an official Mormon, when you're getting prepped to do that within the church, and she said it was really traumatizing, which doesn't surprise me, because you have to, at one point you have to be alone in a room with 3 men who are elders or whatever the fuck, who are maybe they're bishops, I don't know. They have all these, oh, you guys are about to be in California. I'm in California! They have all these weird ass titles, none of which are women. Women cannot hold any type of leadership position in the Mormon church ever under any circumstances. Period. That's sexist. Yeah, so she was just telling me that the process is really traumatizing and gross and fucking weird and inappropriate, okay? That's all you need to know. Imagine being 17, 18, maybe even younger, in a room with 3 men you don't know, and them asking you really intimate questions about yourself. That's really, really gross. How is that morally okay? How is that morally superior? How is that in line with God? I would like to know. I was going to say something else, I might have forgotten. I was telling him, talking about, oh, okay. So, my best friend who's Mormon growing up, okay? She moved away to a different state for a while, and then she actually ended up moving back when we were a little bit older. And I was like, oh, how are your sisters? Because she had a bunch of sisters. And She was like, oh, they're good, da-da-da, so-and-so got married, da-da-da. And I was like, oh, how was her wedding? And she was like, oh, I couldn't go because I'm not baptized Mormon. And I was, that blew my mind. I was like, you couldn't go to your own sister's wedding because you're not baptized Mormon? What? Like, the rest of her family could go because they were baptized Mormons, but at the time she wasn't, so she just couldn't go. I was like, that's fucked. That's totally fucked. Sorry, I think Mormon wedding dresses are ugly. Quote me. Quote me, baby, they're ugly. Like, imagine a nice wedding dress with ugly ass cap sleeves, because that's the. I actually like long sleeve wedding dresses. I think that's pretty. But like, imagine one with ugly ass cap sleeves, because that's the dress code. Obviously, I'm just not in on it. Obviously, I'm not Mormon. I'm not interested in being Mormon. I'm interested in making fun of them. Let's be real here. I'm interested in knowing about them. A lot of people are like, wow, you know a lot about Mormons. You know a lot about Jehovah's Witness. I'm like, yeah, I do. Because I don't like them. I don't like their religions. So I know a lot about them, so I can call them out on their shit. That is true. I feel like I was gonna say something else about Mormonism. I mean, the infantilization is annoying. Like, how is it not infantilizing to tell people they can't watch an R-rated movie, or they can't drink coffee, or they can't drink alcohol? How? Sorry, I gotta go through the construction station. Ain't no gonna happen. Okay, well, I guess I should have just kept recording, and all she said was, hi, any plants or produce? And I said no. And then she said, have a great day. And I said bye, and then I left. They didn't even see my puppies. It's okay. I'm thinking that I actually have to stop soon. These puppies gotta go outside. I think the fact that you become Mormon so young, you get married so young, you have kids so young, you go on your mission so young, is actually the perfect indoctrination method that keeps a lot of Mormons Mormon, that funnels a lot of people into Mormonism. Their temples are really beautiful. I gotta go to them. I ain't going inside, but they look cool from outside. Them having so many kids really is a problem. That's a problem for anyone, and not just Mormons, okay? Like, anyone, people who have so many kids, like, first of all, you should be spacing your kids out a reasonable amount. Like, honestly, I would say you should wait until, like, at least 2 years before having another kid, to space out your kids by at least 2 years. And I feel like that even that might be a little bit close. You maybe space them out by 2.5 years. Like, maybe try to get pregnant when your kid is 2.5 at youngest. That way she'll be a little bit older than 3 when baby's born. Like, that way they're a little bit more manageable. But these women just pop out kid after kid after kid There's just little to no way you can actually get to know your own siblings when there are so many of you. I feel like I was going to say something else about Mormons and I forgot what it was. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to stop anyone. But I think it's dumb. I think it's a trash religion. Okay? I do. I'm going to go here. It's also very American. Alright? And I love things that are very American. I do. Okay? Sorry, there's a jet flying over. I was worried it would mess with the sound. Hold on. Love sock monkey. Alright? And I'm gonna go here. It's also very American. Alright? And I love things that are very American. I do, okay? I love sock monkeys. Those are American as fuck. It's gonna be my life's work to make as many as I possibly can. I love barbecue. I love Independence Day. I love the flag. I love all the tacky shit that comes with the flag. I love eagle against the flag art. Like, give it to me. I want it. I love a lot of the songs, a lot of the American songs. My country 'tis a sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where the pilgrims died, land of the Indians' pride. From every mountainside, let freedom reign. You guys, sometimes that song makes me cry, okay? I changed the lyrics there a little bit, obviously, because it's good to change things up, but it's the same song, okay? That's actually the English song for Saint. The tune is the English song for, whatever that song is they play for the Cure. I fucking forget, okay? Sorry. Mormonism is very American. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of Mormons all over the world, though, which I find kind of frightening. I just can't get past the women not being in leadership. Like, I cannot get past that. I cannot and I will not get past that. I mean, honestly, a lot of Mormons are really fucking crafty. A lot of them just do really impressive artwork, which is super interesting and beautiful and awesome. They've got a lot of like pioneer values, like they believe in storing food. They believe in like having a food cache, basically, even in their own home. You know, should anything happen where they can't obtain food, that's actually kind of smart. You know, hopefully you have the space for that. But like, that's actually smart. You know, my parents actually did that. They did that for real though. They were like, they heard that Mormons did that. They were like, oh, that's actually a good idea. So you know, we never went hungry. Thanks be to God. But like, you don't need Mormonism to tell you to do that. You know? I think it's interesting. I think it's entertaining. Obviously, it's a very well-organized religion. I'm not a part of it. Yes, I'm interested in it, but no, I'm not a part of it, and I never will be. A lot of Mormons look extremely alike, and that's actually because a lot of them are of Scandinavian descent, of Scandinavian Scottish descent. So, yeah, a lot of them look alike. Do you guys fucking know about Elizabeth Smart? that was a case that I followed pretty closely. It was a really big, like, hot news story when I was in middle school, and Elizabeth Smart was only a few years older than me. We were very close in age, and some fucking weirdo that her parents hired to work on their house abducted her. This is upsetting, and this is like, what I'm going to say next is having to do with sexual assault. So if you don't want to hear this, just go forward a little bit. But anyway, this guy raped her, abducted her, raped her day one. She had been taught nothing but purity culture by Mormonism. Shocker. So as soon as she was raped, she was like, wow, I'm worthless now. This is a 14-year-old girl who unfortunately was raped and by a stranger, or by a practical stranger, and she immediately was like, wow, I'm worthless. No one's ever going to want me again. I guess I'm just doomed to life with this guy. And that is exactly how he kept her. That is exactly how he manipulated her into staying with him. Okay? And luckily now she has actually spoken out against it, and surprisingly she's still Mormon, which shocks me. But you know what? Good for her. If that's really where her faith lies, good for her. But like, wow. Wow. Someone stays Mormon after that. That is amazing to me. There's a lot of weird, gross sexual shit happening in Mormonism. Obviously, pornography is a problem. I've heard of a lot of people in Mormonism, FLDS or LDS, and there's also actually a recurring ad on my Instagram that's come up a few times that says, were you sexually abused by the Mormon church? Like, get in touch with these people if you were, and maybe you're viable for compensation. Because I'm sorry, if you're gonna just expect people to get married at such a young age, at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and teach them purity culture and expect them, this is the thing with purity culture, is like, especially it's more with women, because like men are more like allowed to go out and about and have sex with other women, but women are just not allowed to do I just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Okay, so women are expected to just be these like chaste, non-sexual women, and then the moment, like the night of their marriage, they're immediately supposed to be like this sex kid. Like, there's how do you ask that? How can you tell women that sex is bad for their whole lives, but then immediately upon being married they're supposed to be really into it? Like, that makes no sense. There's not a switch that goes off the moment you're married. That just is fucking stupid, and anyone who doesn't see that is also fucking stupid. Enter the Duggars. I would argue the Duggars are even worse, but that's a different video. There's a lot of incest in Mormonism, honestly. I mean that. A lot of incest in FLDS, and I think there's a fair amount of incest in regular Mormonism too. Because they put themselves in this bubble. They create these Mormon bubbles for themselves, and they really try not to branch out of it because they're so isolated. They want to isolate themselves from other Mormons. There's actually a term called Jack Mormon. has a we last, but I don't remember. The thing is, if you believe something is holy, then it will be. If you put energy into that, if you put thought into that, if you build a religion around it, then it'll kind of just become more special. I was going to say something about that. That's that Mormons think that Jesus was in the United States. I'm serious. They really think that. That he like walked everything. I don't know that everything that happened in the Bible happened in the United States, but like, wow. You know, I'm getting on Mormonism's case. I'm like, oh, they're just a made-up religion, but isn't every religion a made-up religion? It's just not one I'm into, personally. It's one that I see more corruption and problems with than goodness and morals. Okay, I wonder if there's going to be a rest stop soon, because we got cute puppies that need, they're sleep. They need their Padme and Anakin, and their brother Qui-Gon already went to his forever home. But these two are going home soon. These two are going to live in Portland, which is real awesome. I think that might be everything I have to say about Mormonism for the time being. Am I going to watch more Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Probably. Maybe. We'll see, okay? I love trash television. Obviously, I love talking shit on them. Because they deserve it. That's Sheila. I don't think I'm going to watch any more of that show. Bye.